So I've lived in London now for 21 years. It's a place I call home. It's a place I'm a citizen of, where my children were born and where I plan on being buried. I love this place so much, and I believe it's the greatest city in the world, but it also suffers from something very dark, and it comes out in the form of knife crime. And it's something that sometimes I tell my friends in the States about, and some of them have heard about it, and some of them don't really understand it. And it's a really scary thing. And this weekend, it really reared its ugly head. And we had 15 Londoners that were stabbed, 2 of them that died. And these are the ones that made it in the news. There were more because there was a stabbing right literally in my office, in the lobby of my office. There was blood on the floor of someone coming off the street after being in an incident. The police came. And so there was also this young kid named Sven Badzak, 22 years old, who went to college with Prince Harry, who was going to get orange juice and was stabbed and killed by a gang of 8 kids. And it's a real problem. It's a scary problem. And it's something that just hasn't been addressed in the past 5 years. And if you look at knife crime, it's gone up and up and up again under the rule of the current mayor. And it's something he doesn't address. And it was quite sad when he came out with his recent slogan of tough on crime, when in fact there's more stabbings than ever, and he just marked his 100th teenager murdered on his watch. And so it's something that's real, especially when I have teenage kids and young kids that are going to be on the streets soon, and this could be a reality when they go out to get orange juice. And it's something the mayor needs to own. It needs something that he needs to stop sweeping under the rug, but it also needs a different solution than what he has been doing for the past 5 years. And I have been on the ground speaking with community leaders in Homerton when I spoke there, in Hackney when I spoke there. And I've also spoken to people in Barking and Dagenham, and they've all told me, Brian, we've got to get the community centers open. We've got to get the kids something to do. I spoke with a woman in Tower Hamlets, and she said, Brian, what do these kids do between 3:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m.? That's when the trouble starts. And the problem is these community centers have been shut. And I spoke with the boxer David Hay about this. He said, Brian, the boxing gyms are closed. He said, what do you expect these young men to do? I was one of those young men growing up in Bermondsey. He's like, I had all this energy and I had to get it out. And so I'm proposing this, something that no other political candidate has ever considered. And that is, we take the model that Jamal Edwards, the founder of SBTV, created when he funded his Acton Community Center with a £100,000 donation from Google. And I'm willing to get on the phone and call up the Amazons of the world and the Ubers of the world and the Barclays of the world and say, guess what? It's time for you to step up and serve the community that you've made billions on. I need 100,000 for this community center in Homerton. I need 100,000 in Lambeth. I need 100,000 in Southwark. I need 100,000 for my friends in Hackney. Step up. We can make this a win-win for everybody, and we can give these young men and young women other options. Imagine if they put that energy into entrepreneurship. Imagine if they put that energy into a YouTube channel like I've built for the last 10 years, or into something like Jamal built with his SBTV, music empire. Imagine if we gave them those tools as opposed to giving them the tools of steel. And so, again, this is another creative idea coming from someone with 30 years in business, and something that our 18-year career politician, the current mayor of London, would never come up with, and he would never bother because he knows he's going to get reelected anyways. So why change his shocking performance on knife crime now? And the truth is, you're going to get 3 more years of this unless we take some action. So that's why I'm so passionate about becoming your next mayor. We plan to make it happen on May 6th. And we've got the ideas to make it work. And I know where to find the money. And I know how to invest in this city to where we can stop these senseless killings from happening. So those are my thoughts. Give me your thoughts below. It's a very emotional subject. It's a very charged subject. But it's something we have to address right now. And we have to start being honest with what we're doing wrong. Because when teenagers stab other teenagers, it's not their fault. It's our fault.